Let's talk about something that might hit a little too close to home. What if that one thing everyone says is your biggest weakness is actually your greatest, most untapped strength? Just be honest with yourself for a second. How many times have you given someone a second chance, or a third, or a 10th, only to be let down again? How many times have you trusted someone and it's blown up in your face? Yeah, if you're nodding along right now, this is for you. I bet you've heard it all your life, right? You're just too nice, you're naive, and after a while, that stuff sinks in. You start to believe it. You start to feel like your kindness is just a big target painted on your back. And so what's the world's advice? Toughen up. You gotta be a shark. Cold, calculating, always moving, always hunting. But what if that's terrible advice? What if the real power isn't in changing who you are? What if the goal isn't to be a shark at all, but to embrace your inner pig? Okay, I know what you're thinking. A pig? But hang on, we are not talking about laziness here. In Eastern philosophy, especially in the zodiac, the pig is a huge deal. It's the final animal, and it represents things like good fortune, deep contentment, and this feeling of completion. It's about being whole. I mean, just think about how they exist. A shark has to keep moving, constantly, or it literally dies. It's a life of nonstop, desperate motion. But the pig gets to rest, the pig knows peace, the pig actually gets to sleep at night. This is a great little story that explains this whole idea perfectly. It's really about strategy versus just being authentic. So, picture this. You have a really clever, kind of paranoid monkey and a simple, tired pig. They're traveling together and they stumble on this house and they can smell all this amazing food inside, but the door is locked up tight. The monkey immediately gets to work. He's the smart one, right? So he's checking for traps, he's trying to pick the lock, he's calculating every possible angle and risk. He's working so hard. And all that scheming just leaves him totally stressed out and completely drained. So what's the pig doing? Well, he has no idea how to pick a lock. He's not worried about traps, he's just tired. So he finds a comfy spot on the front porch, curls up, and just goes to sleep. That's his grand plan. A little while later, the owner comes home. He sees this frantic monkey trying to break into his house, and of course he chases him off. But then he sees the pig just sleeping there peacefully. He doesn't see a threat. He sees an animal that feels safe, that trusts. So he wakes the pig up and invites him inside for a huge feast. And right there, that's the whole lesson. The monkey, with all his clever strategies, completely exhausted himself fighting for crumbs. The pig, just by being his authentic, trusting self, didn't have to work for the feast. He attracted it. So what does this old story have to do with you? Everything. It's about recognizing that what you've been taught to see as a weakness is actually your superpower, especially in a world like ours. See, it really comes down to two mindsets: the shark or the monkey. They operate from scarcity. They take and they scheme because deep down they feel empty. They're always hungry, always afraid. But you operate from abundance. You give because you already feel full inside. You find genuine joy in simple things. And because of that, you can sleep at night. So let's redefine this stuff. Your trust isn't a flaw. It's just a reflection of your own honesty. You assume people are good because that's what's inside of you. And when you get hurt, your superpower is your incredible resilience. You bounce back because you're not carrying the weight of secrets and schemes. What if what the world calls naivety is actually a form of luxury? It means your soul is so wealthy, so abundant, that you can actually afford to take a loss every now and then without it destroying you. It's a sign of inner wealth. And in our modern world, this is absolutely your greatest asset. In an age of AI and called algorithms, the world is starving for the one thing that can't be faked: genuine, authentic human warmth. That is your competitive advantage. Now, this isn't an excuse to be a doormat, absolutely not. It's about finding that crucial balance, how to be smart without closing off the best part of who you are. So really, it's just two commitments. First, be smart. Of course, lock your doors, check your bank accounts, use your common sense. But second, and this is everything, do not close your heart. Don't let the bitterness of the world turn you into one of them. Protect your core. So I'll just leave you with this one question. Which life is really the better one? The one where you might get fooled sometimes, but you also get to experience real connection and trust. Or the life where you're so guarded, so cynical, that you can't trust a single soul. You decide which one is the real tragedy.